Sunday night around 9 o'clock. We're live. As you can see, what? 9:30. Around 9 o'clock. As you can see, we're live. We've got Woodland AKM4 micros, Multicam AKM4 micros, OD Black CQB subloads. Get some H harnesses. Once you're on here, leave a comment. Let us know that you actually, in fact, can hear us. Do you see us? Guys will be like, they have no picture, they have no sound. Here's multicam tool bags that are running. Here's some primer tool bags and large tool bags probably this week. Here's multicam fupas. Here's more multicam fupas. Multicam black fupa danglers, multicam black standard fupas, fupa XLs down there, and multicam, as you can see, a lot of fupas. These will be large tool bags over here in multicam. Become ungovernable. That's the new shirt.
I like to share that.
Multicam black tool bags, multicam tool bags. Large tool bags across the bottom, toiletry bags all across here. Tool pods, tool bag organizers, tool bags across the bottom and on the floor there. Medium clothes bags, small clothes bags, standard size tool bags. These are just on the site as tool bags. This is all left-handed stuff. Have a Highlander AKM4 micros, some OD308 micros, multicam subgun micros. We have some different shotgun micros up there available. And this fucks me up every time lefts get put over there. Woodland AKM4s, stacked micros and Coyote and Woodland, arid medium clothes bags. These are fanny packs. Those are fupas. These are XLs. Those are danglers. A lot more of those coming this week. Jose, what's up? Frank, what's up? Bang Bang, what's going on? Viking, what's up? Philippe, Byron, what's up? Jonathan Stein, James F, Billy Magnum. Brawl, what's up? Dixon Way, DJ Guzman, Cat Daddy, JT Patrick, what's up? Landon. There's more there, but it won't show me. Multicam black medium closed bag to get the Veterans Day bag. Right on. So we don't have any multicam black closed bags. There will be more running, and you're gonna be waiting on the bag anyway, so not a big deal. Kirby, what's up? Dean Mullis, what's up? Great Sunday, smoked a turkey, nice. Clickety clack, what's up? Yeah, we just got back. We took off late morning, headed over to Clarksville, ran around a little bit, picked up some, I think it's 6% vinegar, which is higher than normal. A bunch of half-gallon mason jars. I think that's what those are. Yeah, half-gallon mason jars. Picked up this cool globe. Super bright and shiny. Almost like it's been lacquered. Pretty neat. Republic of Congo's on there. Ethiopia. 6% vinegar. Well, I got it for cleaning. because we've been using cleaners and bleach and shit, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try to just use vinegar because we can make vinegar if we need to, and it's probably healthier. I'm just using it kind of like cut grime and grease, like kitchen stuff. We cook a lot in the kitchen. A lot of like oils and shit have been used, so there's like this film on stuff, so I'm using it for that. I didn't see Rhodesia, that's what I was looking for. Island, Maine, what's up? Just came back, got a Jackson guitar today. Nice, very cool. Eagle, what's up? You got more, you got bantams, all right. Why? Why did you get bantams? Overpopulationists have never seen a globe. Yeah, I mean, look at many states in the United States, and there's no population. Look at Central America, no population. There's tons and tons of places that have no population. That's some of the Trump stuff. He's like, I want to take these places with no population and build super cities. Yeah, I'm gonna go with no.
They're doing that in Dubai, aren't they?
Yeah, in Dubai.
Like a 50-mile.
Yeah, in Dubai where nobody owns anything. In the United States, that shit's all owned. Caswell, what's up? Vinegar, baking soda, volcanic burst the crud out of the crevices. Really enjoyed the members meeting today. Whole lot of meat on those podcasts. Nice, nice. I think so. That gatekeeper video I think has a ton of shit in it for almost any business. Well, for any dude really, for any person. I think there's a lot of good shit in there. 59 you on here? Only 34 thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up for us. Do the free thing. Add your value. Buddy gave me a hen, a rooster, and 5 chicks that are like feathered and living on their own. Cool, cool. Remember, all the chickens you bring in that don't give you anything, those are pets. That is a cost source, not a profit source. So, chicken math, you know, you'll end up with all these animals and shit, and people find out you have them when they don't want them. They're going to drop them off or give them to you, and then we tend to take animals, right? But if it's not giving to you, it's taking from you. And bantams they're cute little birds. We've had them over the years. They're really good at going broody and taking care of eggs. Gatekeeper video was great. Really appreciate you doing that. It helped me give good perspective. Right on, Patrick. Are you in that group? That wasn't to you, right? Easy K, what's up? Stink bugs are insane. Yeah, ladybugs too. My friend Tad, heat and air guy, pulled 2 circuits out that were, you know, screwed together to make them like a double amperage or whatever. And they burnt out. And when he took them apart, they were filled with fried ladybugs. Shorted both circuits out. Circuit breakers, both breakers. Wary of free birds, but have some ducks that were given, yeah. Hen already laid an ankle, cool. I would tell you do not get more than 1 rooster. Never have more than 1 rooster, even unless you're going to keep them completely separate. They will wear the shit out of your hens. Bantam Silkies, very broody. Yep. Just saw the new GBRS group video, stealing those gym exercises for sure. I don't know what that was. Board cruising the website on the things like chest rigs that are sold out. Do you want to build a batch, or do people request to have them built enough for them to build them? So Brandon, I was bored cruising the website online, things that are sold out. You were there because you were bored, or you were bored because everything's sold out? You just have to know how to buy stuff. Like first-time customers, we typically are not looking for a new customer. Existing clients, and I have 90,000 on my email list, and I have 5,000 on my text app. When we send a text out showing what's made, we do that 7 days a week. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is when the bigger items typically go up. and they sell out before they ever even make it to an email. You just send an email and say, hey, I'd like to have this thing in this color. And if you're like, I'd like to have this in black, I'm going to email you back and go, yeah, black doesn't sell. We might run some in multicam black. And if you say, yeah, I'll take multicam black, then we'll print it out, and when we run it, it will get batched. And if you say, no, I'm holding out for black, you're probably never going to get it. Oh, DJ Shipley YouTube video, right on. Tarantino, what's up? Guys, come on, type some shit out. There's 73 of you on here and only 45 thumbs up. Half of those 45 aren't even on this video anymore. They jump on right at the beginning to see the gear. I get nothing from doing this video for you. The least you can do is do the free thing. So deer hunting, waiting for deer movement, so bored. Oh, right on. Wife asked what dream gear I'd love to have if I had the money. Right on. Cool. Cool, cool. You do have the money. You're just spending it on other things, which is okay. Those are choices. Dude's like, I really wish I had a Ferrari. No, you don't, because you would have spent them. You would have the money to it. You would do the extra work to have the money. Favorite Southern ass saying you hear down there in my homeland? I don't have a clue, buddy. I do me. I just do what I do. I don't know. Y'all come back now. You hear that occasionally, and sometimes they actually mean it. Property prices in Camden lower than other places, but fucking pretty ridiculous right now. If you sold a California, New York place, you could come here and buy something for sure. If you're a young man trying to put a family together and buy his first place, prices are ridiculous here. Everywhere. But that's the deal. That's why during COVID, when everything was locked down, all these major corporations were buying up entire housing complexes and entire home developments before they were even finished. Because the goal is to eliminate the middle class, to push you into lower class, right? You will own nothing. You will live in a pod. You will eat the bugs and you'll be happy. Home Depot has a tiny house they sell for $45,000. We would have laughed at that 3 years ago. 45 grand. And most municipalities are just rubber stamping them. The other thing they're doing too is any new homes built have to be 2,500 square feet, 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, right? Because those people typically have more money and they pay more in taxes. So it pushes you into more impoverished areas. Scott, what's up? It's been a little while since the episode. Have you felt the urge to open the scripture? Yeah, I read some stuff occasionally. Seems like it. I can't afford to buy in my hometown as the rich moved in and jacked up the prices. No, the rich didn't move in and jacked up the prices. Inflation has jacked up the prices. The rich moved in and were willing to pay the price when many of us were stagnant, could have financed and creatively done something 3 years ago, but we did not because we thought that we could just do it any time. That's not the rich's fault. Shitty as 2020 was, that was the right time to buy. Yep. Bo, what's up, man? Shadow Lab, what's going on, man? Someone who saves for, as someone who sews for a living, what kind of clothes do you buy? I appreciate solid work. I wear Katanica shorts 75% of the year, and I wear Kuhl, Kuhl pants the other parts of the year. And I wear Riders and Lawless and Above the Law. And these have edges sewn on here, right? So they have edge guards. And then they have a pocket here. And then they have pockets back, obviously, across here. and then they have a pocket here, and then another one here. And that's what I wear anytime I'm wearing pants. Even if I'm going out to like a nice restaurant, I wear these pants, typically with a t-shirt and then a quarter button shirt over that. Had some cool cars over the years, and what one car that you still drool over you'd love to have? My grandfather rebuilt a 38 Buick. That's cool, man. Jonathan Thomas, everything you've seen me have over the years, I still have, every one of them. I don't deal with human beings. I would literally put road flares and gasoline in those cars and light them on fire. I would make more money on that video than having to deal with a person selling that stuff. I have everything that you've ever seen me purchase. I'm not really paying attention to cars. I have what I want right now. I'm very happy with the Toyota trucks. When all the COVID shit happened, we took the Porsche Panamera, drove it into Nashville, and they were not maintaining the roads. And all of a sudden you fall about 6 inches and run for a couple hundred feet, and then boom. So when all that was happening, and then all the stupid shit with BLM and everything, we thought, well, we should probably be running trucks. And I'm of the age now where I just wanted something comfortable and brand new. I had never bought a single brand new vehicle in my life. So we bought the Tacoma. We had that for a year, and then we traded it in for a 4Runner. And then we added a Tundra. Those are all TRD Pro trucks. And we put bumpers and armor underneath them, and you know, they're pretty heavy. We run them pretty heavy. But we have everything in them should almost anything happen, and we need to head a different direction or, you know, try to get back home. So we, for the most part, run those Toyota trucks. Toyota's been very good to me, and we have a good relationship. Stacked Micro Rig has the med kit. Yeah, Stacked Micro has the built-in tear-off med pouch. So does the Cop Rig. Difference between Micro Rig and Stacked Micro. Yeah, so there's a lot of difference actually. The Stacked Micro is 1 mag, 1 slot. The AKM4 Micro is 1 pocket that fits 2 mags. And you can put whatever you want in there. You could also put water bottles and stuff, whereas the Stacked Micro, you cannot. The AKM4 Micro has a adjustable Velcro lid. The Stacked Micro has no lid and has bungees, but also has Velcro lined mag slots. So you can run Velcro dot retention, just put a 1-inch dot of Velcro on one side of the mag, and it's more than enough retention, and you can run it without bungees. Then it has the dedicated compact tear-off med pouch, whereas the AKM4 Micro has a 6x6 utility pocket where you could put way more medical stuff than the compact tear-off, and you could put it in med trays and organize it almost the same. But you could put one tear-off, well, you could put one med tray with med gear and then 2 more mags, or you could put 4 more mags in that utility pocket, or a couple monsters or whatever. You can use it for stuff other than gun stuff. You could use it out hiking. You could use it out 4-wheeling on the 4-wheelers. Yeah, a med insert tray will fit any place 2 mags will fit, or 3 mags. Now the difference is you're going to put it's the difference between putting like a 4-inch bandage and a 6-inch bandage, or a H bandage, something fatter. I got a 4Runner earlier this year, best vehicle I've owned. Yeah, we're very happy with ours. 2015 Tacoma, cool. Overall size is smaller, double stack. Yeah, the Stacked Micro is like 10 inches, and the AKM4 Micro is like 13 inches wide. Both have Velcro on the back, so you can put our danglers on them. Both you can put an H harness on both of them, which will allow you to run a hydration carrier also. Been in a 4Runner since 17, love it. Mom had a Land Cruiser way back. That's cool, man. And stored it if I had a time machine. There's still Land Cruisers out there. Are you talking like old square body metal Land Cruisers, like Africa type Land Cruisers? Or are you talking like FJ Cruiser Land Cruiser? Or like the 110s, like they made that station wagon Land Cruiser also. You know, you want a Jeep truck. Man, if I wanted a Jeep truck, I'd have a Jeep truck. The stock ones look absolutely ridiculous. I see Jeep trucks all over the place that are pretty badass though. Here you can see, man, why the fuck are all these left-hand rigs over here? Here you can see them. So you can take these bungees off. They're Velcro lined in each slot. It's one mag pouch on the front of another mag pouch. You can stack pistols, one more mags. Land Cruiser 79. 79, like a year 79? Or is that a model? Listen to No More Gatekeeper video earlier. You have gotten so good at videos. Great stories as well spoken. Man, the best videos are when I just talk. Like if we have some framework of what I need to say, or like if I wrote down what I wanted to say, I cannot read to save my life. The best videos are when there is no idea of what I'm going to say. Brother lives in Panama. Just sent me a pic of an old Land Cruiser. Nice, nice. What's that Toyota? Bontegra, something like that. It's a diesel right-hand drive. Rob Bailey has one of them. Velcro holsters, yeah, they're always available. If you need it fast, just put in notes, send any color. Order the color you want, and put in notes. You'll take any color, something will ship. And if we're asking if they're available, don't use a code that's going to get you a free promo item, because it's not going to fucking ship. Small items, when you guys are ordering the bare minimum to get a free item, those are the last orders that go out. Because we always have to build those free items. If you're asking me about a holster, I've got black, I've got coyote, I've got OD and gray. Place an order for it tonight, it'll ship tomorrow. If you use a code, it's not going to ship for a while. Pulled my chest rig out, added my FUPA dangler. Yeah, it works great, man. Been making a list of ideas and recording a bunch of shorts. Yeah, I've seen them, man. I see your shorts. They're good. They're good. How much does material play into the overall retail price of the product I'm trying to sell to the upper end market? Do you think some leather trim would do it? I don't know what you mean by leather trim. I don't know how you would trim anything in leather. Use leather and put, webbing on it. Do materials factor into it? A little bit, but most of it's just, market value. If you're going to come out with a tool bag, right? Like my large tool bag, I don't know what I get for them. I think they're $200. If you come to the market with a large tool bag, it better be way fucking better than mine. My price is what's going to fuck you up. My price is pretty much the top tier. So what's in there in materials? Type 13 webbing is probably the most expensive webbing that comes in the building. You could use type 7 and your client wouldn't really know the difference, other than it's got the yellow webbing, the yellow stitching in the side, which denotes that it's type 7. The material is not really the cost factor, it's the labor. Human beings. What do you build, Shadow Lab? Just pulled my chest rig out. Don't see them much anymore. Toyota T100s. Yeah, weren't those replaced by wasn't the T100 replaced by the Tundra? And Shadow Lab, and I mean, I'm not sure who you are. You might be completely badass, and we have a different customer base. And if you're only, what are you making of these? Like I make 100 of these in a day. So my price, is 200 to 250. If you can only make 2 of them or 3 of them in a week, and you've got guys willing to pay you 500, well, then your price is 500. Whole lineup, designed purses, right on. We did purses. I had a company called Forbidden Handbags. We did purses for years. It just got to the point where I had to decide if I was going to do purses or if I was going to do tactical gear. We had super rich soccer moms literally knocking on my door wanting to buy purses. Amanda's like, who are all these fucking bitches knocking on the door? She knew who they were.
There shall be no bitches other than me.
Tool bag's perfect product. I want a whole gang of them. Yeah, if you had 20 of them, you would use them for different things. The beauty of the tool bag is it's all a cart. You add the walls. We build most of our bags off of the mesh pockets, right? So the tool bag, you can put 2 small mesh pockets on a wall or 1 large, which means you can put 2 of these on each wall. That's 4 of them, right? You don't want mesh pockets? That's fine. And you can still, with the mesh pockets, you can fill it up with tool pods so you have modules, screwdrivers, ratchet wrenches, right? And we're talking tools. Tool bag organizer. Hold multiple different pill bottles. It was originally designed for a pair of handcuffs, Surefire light, multi-tool. I had a point and shoot camera that went in there, a digital. I had pen pencil, and I don't remember what I was putting there. But it's just stayed those shapes and sizes for the last, 20 years, 15 years. And then we have pistol mag cards. So you can fill up whatever room you have left. We've got pistol mag cards, singles, doubles, triples, quads, all the way up to 5. Rifle cards, we've got doubles, triples, and quads. So those will fit on those walls. And the beauty of that is while we're already building these, our FUPAs, all of our danglers and stuff are made for the same footprint. And then our large tool bag is 50% longer than our standard tool bag. So in there you can put a large pocket and a small on the wall, or 3 smalls on both walls. And you still have a huge amount of room in the middle. So if it's not filled up, no big deal. The bag still carries. But you can jam a ton of shit in the middle, it gets wider, and the bag still carries. If you had 2 to 3 person wish list to have on your podcast, pick the brain on things, who would it be? I don't know, Brandon. I've all the ones that I really wanted, I've had. I don't know. I don't have a clue, man. If you had chosen purses, I doubt there would have been a start of SRF. You never know, man, because we're still doing this, whether I'd have still been here. SRF, like I didn't really care whether we started SRF. We were doing what we were doing and people were coming. Had I not got with Nicole, because Nicole happened to be here for that, right, for that party. She came in because we had just did a deal where I had her co-brand a bunch of coffee for us. So she was here for the event. She was here because she's a friend also. But I'd still be doing this in some capacity. It just wouldn't be as organized. Really, I think I have more fun just not having it organized. It's really a lot of chaos for me, and I shut down my business. I really kill revenue for about a week doing SRF. SRF's not profitable for me. And I still pay all of my employees while they're not here working, right? So my employees don't take a cut because we do SRF. But I've actually lost a lot of money every time we've done SRF so far. There's going to be a Christmas list. Sean Ryan. I think there's a disconnect between me and Sean Ryan, and I don't really know what it is. A lot of people that we have as mutual friends have tried to get Sean Ryan out here. There's something up there, and I don't know what the deal is with Sean Ryan. I have a feeling that it's confidential informant number one on my account, on my case, which was, what the fuck is his name? Chris Osmond, and he was a team guy. And I have a feeling that that's the disconnect between me and Sean Ryan. And Sean's doing huge shit, right? People are like, you should have Joe Rogan on. Rogan's running his own shit. Rogan ain't coming here to do this shit. And I don't have anything that qualifies me to go on Rogan's podcast, right? People say that all the time. That's the thing. Same thing with Sean Ryan. Look at the people Sean Ryan's having on. Sean's the number two podcast in the entire world right now. I don't think people realize how big Sean's podcast is right now. Got 99 problems in soccer moms at once up, y'all. I'm glad you went with tack gear. Not gonna carry any purse. I hear that clock ticking. Where is it? Do you hear it? Hold on, listen. It's over here. Here, can you guys hear this? It's a ticking time bomb. It stops ticking when I pick it up. Are they supposed to stop working when you pick them up? It did start ticking for a minute. This is gonna look so good by your headboard. Putting that on her side of the bed. You'd carry a purse if John told you to carry a purse. Only if it was woodland. Real AF? Yeah, we're not far from that. There's no disconnect there. I've got friends that are actual business partners with Frisella. Like that will happen at some point probably. What kind of blue is that? What are we talking about? What kind of blue? This Cordura? It's royal blue. The main mill that we get most of our Cordura from stopped making all the bright colors. And when we placed an order this last week, they said they just discontinued everything. And I said, are you guys going out of business? Like, what's the deal? And there's a bunch of, we just had a board meeting. We're trying to decide what we're doing. COVID slowed things down, so we had to drop all these products. So we're shopping other mills. But there's a bunch of shit going on material-wise right now. Prepperines. John, SOE. Heading home from the range tomorrow, realize I need two things, glasses and cardio. Yeah, I need glasses too. I would go to the eye doctor, who's a friend of ours. He's a TAC Response alumni guy. Every couple years, and he'd do my prescription, and he would grind me some badass lenses and put them in some Oakley frames. And I'd put them on, and I'm like, holy shit, I have bionic vision. And I would wear them for 5-10 minutes, and I would take them off, and I couldn't see shit. And I knew as soon as I started wearing glasses for real, I would not be able to not wear them. So 10 years later now.
He's blinder than he used to be.
Blinder than I used to be. I need glasses too.
And the crazy thing is, like, I wear mine every day, but when I take them off, as long as I'm not trying to read my phone, I'm fine.
Yeah. Combat Art. Hey, send me a message. Tell me where you're ordering it from. There's a lot of places selling Cordura, but when you get it, it's not fucking Cordura. It's some bullshit. There are so many people making gear, and they're like, 500 denier Cordura. I don't know what the fuck they're making it out of, but it's not Cordura. Cordura is this. this shit right here, right? The same shit they put multicam on, the same shit they put Typhon on, the same shit they put Coyote on. But when you see this stuff these other companies sell, it's fucking trash. A lot of these print-on-demand companies, take a pencil right here and push it as hard as you can, a sharp-ass fucking, real pencil. You won't be able to push it through here. Take the shit they sell, you can push a pencil right through it. Yeah, it's no Dura. Do I think the material issues are the fallout from the Wu flu? Well, that's what they're blaming it on. No, what I think it is you have a lot of companies that are going out of business financially. Because, so all the material that we order, we have them run it on a debit card before it ever ships. Like, I don't do anything terms. Everything you see in this building is paid for before it ships to me. I don't owe anybody any fucking money. None of my vendors. And when they run my card, it always goes to a different fucking, it doesn't have the same name as the companies used to have. So I believe that they are in like a receivership or they are in a bankruptcy program. Your pod is unique. Your pod is unique, and that's why I keep coming back after finding it. You have, oh, you mean the podcast? You two have good banter. Yeah, well, I mean, you're talking to people who have been around each other for fucking 30 years. That's the difference. There's history. Like when her and I sit down, there's fucking history. Like a long history. And
We've been through some shit.
Yeah, we've been through some shit. And we've evolved and grown and changed. And we're old enough now, like it dawned on me when I said, running a sewing machine with a clutch is like learning how to drive a stick shift car. And it dawned on me, man, there's young men that have never drove a stick shift car. They didn't have to. And they didn't have to, they don't have any necessity, right? When I got my first motorcycle, I didn't know how to ride a motorcycle and I had to ride it home. And I rode it home. Nobody taught me how to ride the motorcycle. I had to figure it out because I had to get it home. So, we did things differently, and now they wouldn't ever allow a kid to take a motorcycle and ride it home. They would make you trailer at home, and then somebody would take, your dad would take weeks to teach you how or whatever. We just don't let kids. We don't turn kids loose now and let them learn shit on their own. Knocked my 206 out of time on some 3-color desert nylon that's harder to sew through than 4 layers of 1,000. So, yeah, the real woodland, the old woodland Cordura we used to get was way stiffer too. And we always thought that it was just because it was so many dyes that were on there. Last interview with Bear, really enjoyed those. I want to come out when Bear speaks at the SOE Church. You should probably come out to something also in addition to that. Like, those things are going to be limited. Like, you should probably be involved with what we're both doing. Cordontra. Combat Art, how are you doing back home from your travels? All right, 80 you on here. I'm not seeing many comments. Shit, I broke a bolt on my CVT transmission. Old ass JD Gladiator. JD Gator, John Deere Gator. Won't go in or out of gear now. That sucks. All right, you guys want to talk? Type some shit out. I'm going to start turning these lights out. Conversation seems to be dying out. I definitely have a lot of other shit I can do. I don't know, maybe we're offline. Be told what to do with no instruction, yelled at as you fucked it up. We have a lot of content went up over the weekend. You guys can check that out. We've got a lot of shorts that have gone up on Instagram and both TikTok pages. We've got a lot of video that has gone up on YouTube here. There is plenty of stuff to watch. I do these videos every night right around 9 o'clock, and they are all dependent on you guys. You type stuff out. Sometimes these videos are 30 minutes. Sometimes they're 3 hours. Oh, Rocky Woods, got it. Got it, Rocky Woods, yeah. Problem with Rocky Woods is you're paying double what it costs from the, we should be buying from the same place they buy. And I suspect that they are buying from the same mill and will not get it anymore. No, I'm not reading comments out of order. I'm reading comments exactly in the order that I see them. So what you're seeing is something different than what I see. Sewing a little, the hardest thing to make for me is pack straps and waist belt. Yeah, bear on, me too. That new backpack I'm building, I make the shoulder straps first because I hate making them. And I am right about to the point to make patterns, which means I won't ever make those shoulder straps again. Production will make them. Tear apart my old ACU uniforms to practice sewing. Right on, man. You're going to need a different sewing machine than what I have. You're going to need a lightweight sewing machine, which is good. The good news with that is those are much less expensive sewing machines. Still been able to get the 5-inch. Have you still been able to get 5-inch elastic? That's what I want to buy in bulk right now. Do I even use a 5-inch? I don't know the answer to that. I think I use a 4-inch elastic. I don't use a 5. There's no reason to use 5-inch elastic. .5 hours left of driving. Yeah, sea bags would be good. You'd be hard pressed to even find those anymore, though, surplus. Buy cotton duct. It's very similar. Buy cotton duct. You can buy it at all your mama's sewing shops, right? You can buy it at Michael's and Hobby Lobby and shit like that. You've only seen 3-inch elastic? No, Amanda, our ankle med packs are 4-inch and our covert rigs are 4-inch elastic. Is my ankle ridge 5-inch? No, I'm looking at one right now. I'm pretty sure this is 4. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is 5. I think it's 4. My calibrated eye. Yeah, that's 4-inch. No, it's too hard to find 5-inch. When we tried to get like all the multicam elastics and shit, there's no 5-inch. Nobody even makes a 5-inch anywhere we were ordering it. I think TikTok is blackballing me. Not getting any views on my last few videos might just build a page on YouTube. Well, you should have a page on YouTube. I'm seeing your Instagram videos. You need all of those. You can post the same video to all the channels. If you're making a video, you might as well post it everywhere. And the way to get your views is to tag other people and use the appropriate hashtags. So go on TikTok. What you'll do is use hashtag homesteader, hashtag prepper, hashtag pig farmer, hashtag small scale agriculture, right? When you type those into TikTok, you will notice that they've been used 1,000 times more on TikTok than on Instagram. But you need to use them in both places. And then TikTok has a lot of TikTok specific, like prepper talk, as in TikTok, right? Prepper talk, TOK. There's a lot of their own specific ones. But tag companies whose product you're using, like Premier One Netting, right? Tag them in your post. Tag me in your post, right? That way, when you post something and I'm like, this is pretty cool, I'm going to share it, I can just share it right to my page that way because it notifies me when you put it up there. How do you source American-made materials for a business? I tried looking today for shits and giggles, and it isn't easy. All I got was a bunch of drop shipping garbage. It depends on what your product is. And you can bend over backwards and be the American-made company, right? Oh boy, American-made company. And you're going to be 10 years behind. You're going to be so fucking... Do you want to make millions of dollars? I would tell you, don't worry about... I know there's companies out there. I know there's companies out there that are like, we're only doing American-made stuff. Do as much American-made stuff as you can. And don't be locked down. Don't lock yourself down. American-made. Go start your company. Build your shit. Build your capital. And then you can manipulate your market and have it manufactured or buy enough to have companies build the run for you. But if you're going to build your whole business off we're only American-made, you're not going to fucking compete in business. Not at the level you could. You're going to set yourself 10 years behind. We use as much American-made product as we can. Cobra buckles, for instance. There's a couple companies making their Cobra buckle equivalent to the Cobra buckle. It's a piece of shit. It looks like they cut that shit out of a fucking barbecue and put on barbecue paint. So, guys, when I bought the Toyotas, dudes were like, I thought it's made in the motherfucking USA. Yeah. But my Toyota was more fucking made in the USA than the Fords were, right? But when I buy them, it's here in the United States. When I take them to get it serviced, it's here in the United States. When I put tires on them, it's here in the United States. When I use oils and fucking lubrication products, it's here in the United States. So, whatever, man. Where's Kubota made? I don't know. I've got Kubota, I've got John Deere. You know who treats me better? Kubota does. So, you're really gonna fucking hinder yourself trying to do the all made in America stuff. You really are gonna fucking set yourself back. And you have this perception, guys spend so much money to have patches and stickers made. I'm going with the US option. And when it ships, it drop ships and it's got the yellow China tape on there. You paid 4 times much, you waited 3 times longer, and it still came from China. And really, when you flesh it out, like all your plastic, all those pellets that go into an injection molding machine, they're all coming from China. Fell into the trap of only selling what we grew on our farm. We should not have limited ourselves. Yeah, just do what you have to do, right? And you can have you don't have to lie to your customer. Tell them the truth. We do what we can to stay in business. It is getting to the point right now where we're probably going to have to fucking offshore. We're going to have to start shopping offshore options because these motherfuckers in the United States don't fucking run their business in a manner that they're staying in fucking business. Do you think we'll see a drastic manufacturing increase when the inevitable war with China occurs? I think you will, but I don't think you'll benefit from it. I think they're going to be locked down building military contract stuff. Toyotas are a tank. Get into an accident going 55 in a Corolla with just a cut on my... Right on, man. I'm glad you're okay. Question on a new backpack. Velcro inside for small or large pocket pods. On one side, there's Velcro. And it's inside of a big pocket that has a drawstring. I think I'm actually going to just not even put that pocket in there. This is the back. Right? right there. I actually forgot to put the pocket in this one. There's another couple of them floating around here. Just change your whole business plan. Do business, man. Get in business, do business, start some money, fucking hire some employees, and then once you're buying enough shit, you can go to companies and be like, hey, I need this thing built, and I need it built here in the United States. And you're going to find that you're going to pay 3 times as much to get it made here in the United States, and you're going to get less fucking urgency, and you're going to get less service. We used all kinds of patch companies here in the United States. I can send an email right now to 2 different patch companies, and they're both in China. They're both in Wuhan, China, as a matter of fact. And they will get back to me within 30 minutes, and I'll literally send them a JPEG. Tomorrow morning when I wake up at 4 in the morning, they will have already sent me photos of them have sewing my samples. And when I say, yes, that looks great, I want 200 or I want 1,000, they're going to build them motherfuckers, and I'm going to have them here from China in under 2 weeks. I order stickers, and I'll order stickers today. I'll input the JPEGs or the vector files, and I'll pay for those stickers tonight. They will be here in 3 days, and they ship from Finland. I can't get that service from anybody in the United States. It is not important to fucking businesses in the United States to be fast. Hey, John, when I try signing up for the app, it says no landline. Hardway Homestead, I have no idea, man. Send me an email through the website, and I'll forward that to Amanda. My take, with Velcro on one side, I don't think the pocket is necessary. Ed, I've got the pocket in there, not for the Velcro. The pocket is in there so that when I have clothing in here, right? When I've got clothing in here, I can put the clothing in that pocket, and the pocket only goes halfway, so it carries the clothing. When I put a bunch of loose items in here, I can access them without having to dig through the clothing. China, yeah. Yeah. I see Lewis Angel got blocked. What'd you get blocked for, Lewis Angel? Do you ever get elastic that is curving? Yeah, it's because they, when they're putting it on the roll, it's too tight, and it makes it fucking curve. Yeah, I have seen that, because it's stretched out more on one side than the other on the tension rollers. Especially, like, I mean, let's be real. On all of the webbing and the elastic, like the last 10% is almost unusable. It didn't used to be that way. And also, you said sourcing American-made products, and you looked at a bunch of stuff, and it's all a bunch of bullshit. Don't use Google. Use DuckDuckGo. Use Brave browser. You need to realize that when you're searching something on Google, the first 2 and 3 pages, it's all paid advertisements. Google simply does not work any longer. And when you search things that are factual, when you're looking for actual facts, and you search on Google, and then you search on Brave, or you search on DuckDuckGo, which is now owned by Google still, but it still gives you a different search result, you'll get completely different search results. That's how my old school, I think 20-year-old Eberly stock backpack works, except it has Molly on the inside. Yeah. The Eberly stock backpacks are just so fucking heavy. I've got probably a dozen of them. The dude was posting gross stuff. Interesting. I never saw him. I saw him, a post from him that said, "Whose mind is blown now?" So, fuck that guy. Oh, Amanda only timed him out for 60 seconds. Weird. Message deleted. Message deleted. Well, come on back here and I'll block you for the rest of your life. Also not 60,000 page results. It's more like about 25. Interesting. Yeah, they don't have to. They don't have to go town to town and make piles of books and light them on fire anymore. Google will simply remove the version that they don't like. Keep in mind, Google was a CIA program. Google is a government program, just like Facebook, right? You guys need to know that Google is the big government. It is the forever government. Trying to learn history on Google is ridiculous. Only buying paper books. Me too, man. I buy paper books. There's a lot of, especially like medicinal and prepper stuff. They're really good with these click funnels, right? So you'll go and you'll buy the first one, and before it lets you check out, it made you go through like 20 more pages of 20 more things they offer. But when you read the fine print, most of it's digital. I would buy every one of them, except they don't have a print version of it. Yeah, we just bought 3 surgical encyclopedia books today. Amanda bought. I don't know where they're at. Doesn't matter where they're at. They're pretty cool, though. And interesting enough, we couldn't find a copyright date in them anywhere. Maybe she took them upstairs already. Wonder if Google knows they can't keep up with AI, so they are just going to sell out and basically become the ad platform. No, I think Google's using AI. Who do you think's removing all your shit? Google owns YouTube. Who do you think's controlling all those YouTube fucking algorithms? Heard they took the creepy paintings down from the Denver airport. Interesting. Book burning was the thing I wanted to learn about. I've heard they were burning books on transgender and gay stuff. I don't know the truth is. So combat art, the Nazis were doing the book burnings, right? Every religion through history has done book burnings. Every mass government that became unfree always went through and burned the books. They even removed photos. Stalin had photos altered in books of people that were next to him, and when they deleted all the old books and put the new versions out, the man he was standing with was no longer in the photo. Got enough books in my basement to reboot humanity. Nice. Problem is, basement is 556 miles away in Ohio. Yep. Books by the Standing Glove. I don't know what the Globe. Keep my books in my head. Yeah, well, I have too much stuff in my head. You're way smarter than I am. I can't remember fucking sometimes what I ate yesterday. I have too much important shit to do. And if you have a photographic memory and you're able to keep your books in your head, you should be a fucking multimillionaire. You are using your time incorrectly. And I've heard you say many times that you could not afford things. So you should be fucking making a lot of money. Told as a kid, they just burnt books written by Jews. Oh no, before the Nazis rounded up the Jews, they tried the whole euthanasia program with crippled people and mentally capacitated people, right? The first thing they did was empty the asylums. The next thing they did was empty the prisons. And then after that, they went after prostitutes, and then they went after homosexuals. What was the keg thing? It's a still, which works great for purifying water. Problem with RAM, what if you bump your head and get smoked, then it's all useless. Oh, you're talking about memorizing things? Your how-to videos on sewing is inspiring. I've always wanted to make some gear. I would hope that that would inspire anybody that watches it to do what they want to do, even if it's not sewing. Like that is all applicable to anything. Like when people tell me they can't afford some shit, all I say is you don't want it. Like, and that's what that was about. This somebody, and I say kid, I don't know how old he was, but I say some kid wanted to start sewing, and you had a bunch of people who used to ask me questions all the time. They would call my shop and ask me questions every fucking day about sewing. And they all started with inexpensive sewing machines. And fast forward now, 20 years later, all these guys are telling this kid that they can't start. He can't get started unless he's got $5,000. And you shouldn't even try until you have $5,000. But they're full of shit. The sewing machine that I started on, I rented it for $25 a month. I found several of them on the internet yesterday for $250 to $300. And that's what we built all the big stuff for the first 10 years with, was a lightweight machine. And that's just it. We couldn't go buy buckles. Like, we didn't have the internet. I didn't know where to buy buckles and webbing. We were buying webbing at sporting goods stores, and we were buying webbing by the foot. I finally bought enough of it that they gave me the roll, and it had the company that it came from. And we were in there enough that we made friends with the people who worked there, the hourly employees. And they're like, hey, this is in the filing cabinet in the back. This is where we buy this. I just had to spend enough money that somebody finally told me, hey, you can get it here. But the first buckles, when we were building those rigs, the first buckles, they were terrible buckles. They were cut off of shopping carts from Target. There is always a way to do something. It's just how bad you want to do it. Surprised those gatekeepers didn't start throwing out their courses. Feels like everyone and their dog has a course. Most of them are older. They're busy doing what they're doing, and they're not looking to make more money. They're just struggling to stay alive in a business that they are no longer relevant in. Saw a Conso straight stitch with a servo for $250. I wanted to pick it up, but it would have taken all day to get it. Yeah, but they're all over, man. I looked it up on Marketplace. Commercial sewing, industrial sewing, and sewing machine. And all day long, Marketplace has been targeting me with sewing machines now. And Marketplace, you just put in where you're at. Put in your zip code, and then you can set parameters. 15 miles, 200 miles, 1,000 miles. And it'll show you everything that gets populated. There's also an app you can use which scours Marketplace and Craigslist and all the sale sites. And you can just put in, hey, I'm looking for these key phrases, these search terms within this many miles or this price range. And it'll just fucking text you every time or send you an email every time it gets posted. We'll enjoy your podcast and content, educational and inspiring. I hope so, man. I hope so. Juki 1541s, those are bigger machines. I don't have one of those. I've got 1508s. Drank the water out of my sister's fridge. Once you drink from a Berkey, you can't go back. Yeah. We have several Berkeys. Yeah, we've got a bunch of these 1508s. All right, guys, I'm about to jump off. Last minute comments, questions, statements, any gear you want to see. A couple more minutes. I've got dudes coming in the morning. We're planting a ton of trees, shooting a bunch of video. I got video guys going to be here. I've got tree guys going to be here. We're planting, I don't know, 60 trees, I think. People comment on your video that you're gatekeeping. I just don't deal with low performance people, man. I just don't deal. Like when guys hit me up and ask me where to get some shit, I'm like, what's your social media? And I look through their stuff. And if they've got something I need, I'm like, yeah, I'll answer your question, but you owe me, right? I'll help you, but you have to be of some help to me. Or scrounge up $1,000, come here for a weekend, and I'll teach you what I know. Well, I don't have $1,000. Well, then it's not important enough to you. If you tell me that you're going to get on the phone with me for 30 minutes and it's going to change the course of your life, then you shouldn't have any problem giving me $1,000. Shouldn't have any problem whatsoever giving me, if it's going to change your life today, just because you talk to me for 30 minutes on the phone, then it's not important. You better beg, borrow, steal, whatever you have to do to get that $1,000. If I'm the guy that can change your life for the rest of your life, then you should be able to come up with whatever it is I need. There's a dude named Dan Pena. They call him the $4 billion man. He has an island in Scotland now. He does all kinds of motivational stuff. And he used to meet like young men. He actually was born in, where's Snoop Dogg from? Long Beach, California. Long Beach. He was from Long Beach. And he's kind of like Andy Frisella and those guys. He actually speaks on stage with a lot of those dudes. And he used to meet guys, and he's like, man, I could change this kid's life. And he would comp them entrance into his seminars. And he said, my seminars, I'd give a lot of these away because I wanted to help these young men change their lives. And I would give these seminars to them. And he said, my success rate for my clients, for my students, was about 50%. And he said, when he started looking at it all, it was always the people that he gave the course to that always failed. They never made $1 million the next year. And he said his course, and this was years ago, right? His course was $28,000, I think. And you go to Scotland for a week. And he said at $28,000 to step on the island, every single student performs. He's always a performer because he comes from a family that has money and knows how to make money, or the student is already a successful business person and is trying to hone his skills or make himself better. He's already a successful person. And if he's not successful and he doesn't have any money, it was important enough for him to beg, borrow, steal, take a loan, whatever it took. And it was important enough for him to be here that he was going to perform and become something of himself. And he said, my performance rate is now 100% because I stopped giving classes away. Yeah, the Woodland backpack's for sale. Well, Combat Arms, that's right? We've told people for the last 20 years, oh my God, you shouldn't use credit. You shouldn't use credit. Guys come to me and they're like, I've got this idea and I want you to fund it and I need $10,000. I'm like, why don't you take a mortgage against your house? Why don't you go do a title loan on your car? Well, because they'll take my house. Oh, so you don't believe in yourself enough to put your house up and put your money where your mouth is, but I should put my $10,000 behind you. That's the guys that are never going to fail. They're never going to make it. They're not willing to put their own shit up. They want to go to the bank and get a signature loan. A bank will always give you a loan. They won't always give you a loan on your name. But if you've got something to collateralize the loan, something they can take, they'll always give you a loan. Only credit you use is mortgage. I use credit. I have credit that'll pay a fucking entire salary on the fucking money back on it. Why would you not use credit? Well, you can't use credit. Let's be real, right? In the industry you're in, you can't use credit. Paris, Tennessee. What's up? I was in Paris last night for dinner. Went up to Mia Miles. I had crab legs, I had shrimp, and I had catfish. I had fried catfish. Yeah, cash talks in your biz for sure. Man, I can't use cash in my business for most stuff. My vendors literally won't take cash. $17 staples in your head. Yeah, I had 15 in my head. That white tip at the top of a T-post, you guys know what that's for? When you're using a T-post setter, you know why that top 6 inches or 5 inches, whatever, is painted white? Do you know why? That's the danger zone. Hey, motherfucker, you're about to kill yourself. That's what that is. If you see the white, you're raising the fence setter, the T-post setter, too high. And I didn't know that. So every dozen strikes or so, I would see sparks because I was lifting the T-post setter too high. And one time it came up and deflected right across the top of my scalp. 15 staples. Yep, that's so you don't knock yourself out. You know when that dawned on me? This happened probably 7 years ago when we first came on the property and really started working the property before the fences were up. I actually ran a discount code, 15 staples. We did a combat cock that had 15 staples down its back. But it really dawned on me that white area, I was standing right here. I don't know what made me think about it. But it dawned on me that white paint on the top of a T-post about 6 months ago, that's the safety zone. If you're seeing it, you're in danger. And I've never seen anybody say that in a video ever anywhere. I've never seen anybody say it. There were vendors selling next to Ashley at an event who said, "We're old school. We only do cash." No, you suck and hate money. Yeah. I used to think, well, I'm so good. My customers can just give me cash. They can just mail it to me. And they did. They did. But I never broke $100,000 in a year. The month we started taking credit cards, we broke $100,000 that month. The easier it is for a customer to give you money, the more money your customer is going to give you. Hit myself, grandfather said, "What you just said, the white means you'll see an angel." I never knew that. Thank you. I have a lot of fence posts to drive. Me too, man. Me too. We're about to do some more fencing. But you never see that. Like when you buy I didn't buy enough T-posts from them to come in a bundle for years, right? It's only recently that I actually bought full bundles of T-posts. And they've got that bag that comes there with the T-post clips, when you buy T-posts. Or when you buy a T-post setter. You would think there'd be a tag on there that's like, "Hey, motherfucker, that white area, that means it'll kill you." Cash isn't king any. Nope, but I sure like it. I just got a new iPod for my filming. A new iPod? You mean iPad? Bash my head. Yeah, Evan Roach, man. I had 15 staples up there. The last thing you want to hear when you walk in the emergency room from the nurse is, "Ooh, I don't know how he's going to close that." You don't ever want, that's the last thing you want to hear as a patient. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Some of you I'll talk to in a little while. The rest of you guys, I will see you tomorrow night. We have a lot of content that has gone up over the weekend, so check it out.